Good evening. Welcome back to our continuing coverage of Result Day live right here on Times Now. And viewers, it's been a landslide win for the NDA in Bihar. A major embarrassment for the opposition. In a short while from now, Prime Minister Modi is likely to visit the BJP headquarters in Delhi and is likely to address party workers. Before we decode the message from the Bihar results, let's first show you how the numbers look like right now. This is what we're talking about in terms of the vote share as well as the seat share. These are the numbers at this point of time. These are the leads plus trends at this hour. The NDA at 203, the MGB at 34, JSP at 0, others at 6. This is as far as the seats are concerned. How does it stack up as far as the vote share is concerned? The NDA at 46.86%, MGB at 37.55%, JSP at 3.31%, others at 12.28%. Very important to look at this because this number perhaps about 5% more than it was earlier. We're looking at the NDA adding that 5%, but that 5% has meant a huge difference when it comes to conversion to seats.
Exactly. See, I think, the biggest challenge for any pollster is always converting the vote share into seat share. Because in a demographically state which is complicated, like Bihar, it becomes even more difficult.
Right.
So a yawning gap in seat share, vote share, does not necessarily mean a yawning gap in the seat share. Even in 2024 Lok Sabha elections, if you look at the assembly leads are around 170 change, 176 by NDA. But here it goes past 200. It has gone past 200 because it has broken myths. It has broken demography. The support has come from across the board. Probably even Muslims, Muslim women have voted. Yadav, the myth that Yadav vote is a monopoly of Tejasvi Yadav and Lalu's family has been completely busted. And I don't think there was any Malla effect as far as Mukesh Sahani is concerned. And they were also saying that there's a guy by name IP Gupta who has come, so he will create wonders, he will create magic. Nothing of that kind has happened. Right.
All right. Let's quickly take this across to our reporters. Also, we have quite a few of our reporters joining us live at this moment. We have Arunil, who's joining us from the BJP headquarters there in Patna. We also have with us Pragya and Kritika, who are joining us from the BJP headquarters in the national capital, where the Prime Minister is expected to speak in a short while from now. Pragya, take us through what time the Prime Minister is supposed to arrive. It was said to be 6 p.m. Is it on time? Is it going to take a little more time before he arrives? And when will his address begin?
Well, Madhav, the time that we have been given about the Prime Minister's visit is between 6 and 6:30. And in fact, if you can see on the last screen, all the senior leaders are there in the porch to welcome Prime Minister. If you could just see the spokesperson and also Virendra Sehwag, Delhi chief, they all are there. And in fact, Mr. Arun Singh is at the stage right now speaking to the cadre who has come here to celebrate this victory of Bihar. But if you look at the stage, there is a Maithili painting, which is a traditional folk art depicting the Hindu mythology. It is also the essence of Bihar that they are depicting here, taking pride in the culture that Prime Minister has always spoke about when it comes to Bihar. And in fact, insult of Bihar versus the Asmita of Bihar and aspirations and cultural tradition of Bihar, respecting it had been one of the core, issues that were there in the Bihar election. Here, if you see, we had all the flavors of Bihar, be it cuisine, be it art, and in fact, the language also, the songs that we had heard. It was ranging from the national patriotic song to something celebrating Bihar also in BJP leader's own voice as well. So, but very crucial, Madhav, one of the important factors here right now is that these leaders are speaking about Bengal now. For them, Bihar has been won. Now the second target is going to be Bengal. Bihar अब सबने देखा है, Bengal अब भी बाकी है, Bihar इससे जाकी है. This is the war cry that we are hearing from the stage, be it Arun Singh, be it National General Secretary Mr. Dushyant Gautam, or be Union Minister Mr. Giriraj Singh. Everyone is speaking about Bengal right now. This is the preparation that BJP does. Before the Bengal election starts, they have set their eyes and targets on the next election.
Okay. We can't say one party that has done very well in this election is the MIM, at least for the fact that they are not a party that has a stronghold in Bihar, but has done well last time round. Somit is with us. Somit, any heard yet from Asduddin Owaisi. We understand that even he's supposed to hold a press conference sometime now. You know, the fact that Asduddin Owaisi has been able to once again get those number of seats, it's at around 4 or 5 JVC. What's the number at? Around 4 to 5 seats. The numbers are still changing. But what really has been the strategy? We've seen how Congress and opposition parties have always called him the B team of the BJP. But Owaisi has managed to emerge. And the fact is, at the moment, both the Congress and MIM are around the same number of seats.
Well, that's true, Madhav. We are right now reporting from Owaisi's residence in the Hyderabad city, and very shortly Owaisi is expected to address the media. My bad. So actually, what happened is, when it comes to the Bihar elections, the allegations against Mr. Owaisi was very much clear. Even Congress leaders from Telangana, even from other parts, and they were clearly seen saying that Owaisi is vote cutter and B team of the BJP party. And after this, now we are seeing that around 18% strike rate. So numbers are changing, like you were saying, but around 18% strike rate is what now we are seeing. 4 to 6 seats is what MIM is leading in, and even they have contested on 32 votes, 32 seats, and last time it was 5 and they won the 5, and this time 18% strike rate. So we are waiting to hear from the Mr. Owaisi, and very shortly Mr. Owaisi will be addressing the media, is what we are given to understand.
Understand better what exactly is happening. We'll cut across live to that press conference as well when that happens, Swamit. But let's look at the numbers up on the screen, because parties like AMM and HAM are seen doing better than the Congress party or on similar levels. One thing that's very clear is that voters have rejected the opposition's charge of vote chori. Remember, Rahul Gandhi has made it his war cry during his voter adhikar yatra during the initial phase of the assembly elections, and then he just vanished. Now also, when his party seems to be getting reduced to being a fringe party in Bihar, since morning there's been no response from him. Now, while some netas have reacted to the trends, saying that this is SIR's victory, completely rejecting the feedback of workers on the ground. Let's take a quick look at the numbers really of the NDA. That's at 203 MGB. If you can quickly bring up on screen. In fact, I'll just request...
also got 4 wins,
right,
and 1 lead of 23,000 margin. So they are winning 5 seats.
So their MIM is at 5 seats. How much is Congress at the moment?
5 seats.
Congress also at 5
yes,
seats.
5
and
seats.
HAM is also at 5 seats?
HAM is also at 5
so
seats.
So this is what really the numbers are that we are talking about. But what's the reason behind this kind of performance of the Congress party? Congress insiders say that there is a need to introspect. Candidate selection was not done properly. Deserving people did not get tickets. Remember, there was a tickets on sale allegation during the campaign, and High Command turned a blind eye. Listen into these reactions.
मैंने कृष्णा जो हमारे प्रभारी महोदय हैं, मैंने एक बार नहीं दर्जनों बार बोला कि अरे कम से कम इनको 1-2 बार तो जिला में भेजिए। हमारे आदरणीय प्रभारी महोदय खुद बोले थे कि हम बूथ तक जाएंगे, हमारे जिला तक नहीं आए। देखिए, पार्टी के जो हमारे हुक्मरान हैं, आदरणीय राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष मल्लिकार्जुन खड़गे जी, आदरणीय हमारे संगठन प्रभारी केसी वेणुगोपाल जी और आदरणीय जननायक राहुल गांधी जी, सभी लीडरान जितने भी हैं कांग्रेस पार्टी का, मैं आपसे आग्रह करूंगा कि मतलब कड़ा एक्शन होना चाहिए, समीक्षा होना चाहिए हार की, और कड़ा एक्शन होना चाहिए। जिन लोगों ने गलती किया है उनको बख्शा नहीं जाना चाहिए।
संगठन की कमजोरी है। हमारे कैंडिडेट जो हैं सब बड़े अच्छे हैं। हाँ, ये और बात है कि कैंडिडेट के सिलेक्शन में शायद हम और भी अच्छे कैंडिडेट चुन सकते थे। चुनाव को कैसे लड़ा जाए उसके बारे में सख्ती से काम करना, होशियारी से काम करना, मौजूदगी से काम करना। हर कंस्टिट्यूएंसी जो हमको मिली है उसमें हमको मौजूद रहना चाहिए। इसमें तो टोटल फेलियर है संगठन की।
All right, so how is it really stacking up at the moment? Remember that the final results are not out yet, but this is what we have at the moment. The Congress has won 1 seat, is leading in 4. The MIM has won 2 seats, is leading in 3. It's a similar number of seats that the HAM also has. So one thing is very clear, that Congress in Bihar from 18 to 5, it is becoming a fringe player. It's no longer a mainstream player. And this is going to be a serious cause for worry, because, you know, tomorrow it's going to be RJD that will really call the shots in the next election.
Absolutely. In fact, this election itself, they should have called the shots. It was just a question of a decision which Tejasvi had to make. And he didn't. Because what did Congress do? Rahul Gandhi thought he had already won in Haryana and started speaking about jalebi. And here what did he do? He came and did jangri. You know, jalebis and jangris don't win elections. Catching fish doesn't win elections. You may want to, you know, show up in social media. He's doing politics of social media. And in press conferences, you have a serious election happening on Bihar. And he's holding a press conference in Delhi talking about vote chori.
Okay, let me take that question across to my colleague Arunil. Arunil, from Jalebi to Imarthi, that doesn't really win an election is what JVC is saying. And that's essentially, the two symbols that we've seen of the Haryana election and of the Bihar election. Clearly, you have to do a lot more to woo the voters. Arunil, what's the mood on ground?
Well, Madhav, at present, I'm reporting from the state headquarters. Clearly, jubilant scenes over here. Now, you asked about Haryana elections as well. Lot to ponder for the Congress party as well, because they were in a favorable position in Haryana. They lost from that advantageous position. Then, after that, they lost in Maharashtra as well. The Mahavikas Aghadi bore the brunt because of the Congress party. Here in Bihar also similar kind of fate for the grand old party. So it raises a question mark on Rahul Gandhi's future as well. Now coming to the NDA, very jubilant scenes, celebrations being done over here, DJ being played. All the party workers have been saying that they expected victory, but this is a massive mandate for the development work of PM मोदी एज वेल एज सीएम नीतीश कुमार. आपसे बात करेंगे. बोलते थे ऐसा, तेजस्वी यादव बोलते थे कि मुस्लिम और यादव हमारे साथ है. अभी दूसरा कैलकुलेशन बदल गया है, महिला और युवा.
देखिए, कहीं ना कहीं आज की जो जीत है प्रचंड बहुमत से महिलाओं की जीत है. आज कहीं ना कहीं ये आधी आबादी ने जिस तरीके से अपना खंभा गाड़ा है पूरे बिहार में, ये बताया है कि हम एनडीए के साथ हैं. और कहीं ना कहीं पूरे बिहार वासियों को जिस तरीके से लालू जी और तेजस्वी जी ने बेवकूफ बना के रखा था कि अब इनकी माई बहन की योजना बात करते हैं, तो माई बहन में इनकी माँ आती है जो मुख्यमंत्री बनती है, इनकी बहन आती है जो सांसद बनती है, तो उससे नहीं चलेगा. एनडीए नहीं, निम्न वर्ग की महिलाओं को भी, जो धरातल पे काम करती है, एक लेबर क्लास महिला को भी सदन तक का रास्ता दिखाने का.
अपने पर्सनल एक्सपीरियंस से बताया कि पहले जब लालू जी की सरकार थी तभी एक महिलाओं का कैसा मतलब लाइफ था, अभी कैसा हो गया जीवन.
वो राज में हम लोगों ने देखा है, लेकिन आज हम तरक्की और उन्नति की बात करेंगे. जो बिहार निरंतर तरक्की और उन्नति की तरफ अग्रसर हो रहा है, एक महिला को मान सम्मान देने का काम एनडीए सरकार ने की है.
All right, so there's women voters who played a very important role, Arunil. Let's quickly go across to Kritika, who's also joining us from the BJP headquarters in the national capital. Kritika, we've just seen BJP President JP Nadda arrive, and in a short while from now, the Prime Minister is also expected. Speak to some of the party workers around you. Take us through what their feelings, their thoughts are as far as this particular landslide victory in Bihar is concerned.
Well, absolutely. Behind me, you'll be able to see rows of, in fact, Karyakarta who have lined up here to welcome the Home Minister, to welcome the Prime Minister. They all have, in fact, rose petals in their hand as well. प्रधानमंत्री आने वाले, आप उनके स्वागत में क्या महसूस कर रहे हैं? इतना बड़ा जनादेश मिला है भारतीय जनता पार्टी को आज.
बहुत खुशी की बात है जो बिहार में इलेक्शन जीती है. बहुत अच्छी बात है हमारे लिए, और आज स्वागत के लिए हम यहाँ पर आए हैं. ये हमारे जसमंत चाचा.
आप बताइए, आप युवा भी हैं, ठीक है, तो एक युवा होने के नाते बिहार में बीजेपी जेडीयू की इतनी बड़ी जीत, ये आपके लिए क्या मायने रखती है?
बहुत बड़ी जीत है जी. मेहनत करी बीजेपी ने, जो आज बिहार में रंग लाई है, और मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में जो काम चल रहा है वो बहुत ही अच्छे स्तर पर चल रहा है, जिसकी वजह से आज बीजेपी अच्छी तरीका से बहुमत से जीती है.
इनफैक्ट वी आर गेटिंग इन मोर वर्ड्स एज वेल. सर, आप बताइए, आप अभी बिहार इलेक्शंस में इतना बड़ा जनादेश आया है, क्या कहना चाहेंगे, क्या महसूस कर रहे हैं?
भारत माता की जय.
भारत माता.
बिहार चुनाव का जो था रिजल्ट सबको पता था. जो राहुल गांधी हमारे करते रहे, हम बिहार जीतते रहेंगे. उन्होंने छठ मैया के बारे में जो कहा वो बहुत गलत शब्द यूज किए थे. हम सारे हिंदू एक हो गए.
अभी भी कहा जा रहा है वोट चोरी की वजह से जीते हैं.
नहीं, देखो, अब उनके पास कोई बहाना नहीं बचा है, तो इसलिए वो तो वोट चोरी कहेंगे ही. हमारे भाई साहब मंडल अध्यक्ष.
आप बताइए, बिहार चुनाव में आप भी पहुंचे थे, आज इतना बड़ा जनादेश आया, क्या कहना चाहिए?
मैं बिहार चुनाव में एक हफ्ते से बिहार में था. सीतामढ़ी जिला बाजपट्टी विधानसभा, और हमारे सीतामढ़ी जिला में 8 सीट जीतकर हमने मोदी जी का
pictures coming in. Kritika, just interrupting you there. Amit Shah has reached the party headquarters is what we are told. This is the BJP headquarters in the national capital, and it's Amit Shah's vehicle that's now making its way into the party headquarters. And in fact, we expect shortly the Prime Minister to arrive there as well. But JVC, very, very important election. He's really the man of the moment because there were a lot of issues that the BJP, that the NDA was facing, and from in fact fraying the frayed tempers to try and resolve all of that, to ensure that the various caste combinations worked out right. Amit Shah is a man who has played a very important
role. I think I would 100% say that Amit Shah played a very, very important role. I think he executed the plan which was devised by probably the Prime Minister Modi. Prime Minister Modi understands Bihar better than anybody else. Probably Nitish Kumar, Lalu and Modi. All three of them understand Bihar very well. But the way he is executed. And Dharmendra Pradhan, look at his track record. 2017 UP elections. Haryana election. Everybody gave up on Haryana. And then he turns it around.
Yeah.
And then Bihar. He enters in. When he enters in, the situation was not great. To be honest, there were issues in NDA. There were issues within BJP. There were local incumbent MLAs who were facing anti-incumbency. And the way that has been absorbed and the way it has been managed, it's absolutely kudos. And also importantly, I need to tell, because about the Indi bloc, particularly the Maha Gadbandhan, what Shiv Sena Uddhav Thackeray faction did to Congress in Maharashtra, that is what Congress did to RJD in Bihar.
Okay. Let's quickly bring in some of our spokespersons and our panelists who are joining us now. We have Nikhil Anand, spokesperson of BJP. We have Ashutosh Mishra, senior journalist, joining us. Dr. Mumtaz Alam Rizvi is also with us. But my first question is to Rakesh Ranjan, spokesperson of the RJD. Mr. Rakesh Ranjan, at this point of time, will you be in a position to say that something or the other did not work out, apart from the alliance dynamics, the coordination issues that we saw through the course of this election? Somewhere or the other, why has the opposition failed to capitalize on issues of governance, of employment order? That's Rajnath Singh, Defense Minister, who's also just reached over there. But back to you, Rakesh Ranjan, what is the one big lesson learned from this election for the RJD?
Yes. I don't think we failed. The machinery and machine, all things, don't let us to deliver. You are saying that the Jalebi and Jangri don't win the election. We are just fail. Then what makes you to win the election? The lies, the jumlas, and the bribe, and the collapse of the education system.
Who was bribed?
Sector, and making people, labor and the slave.
Sir, किसको bribe दिया गया? बताइए.
Win the election? No. It's just the result was declared and the charted out with the very beginning of the SIR. That is all the narrative they are setting. Women casted vote, this youth casted vote, and this all kind of thing is just there trying to justify the narrative they have started with.
Okay, let me ask the BJP spokesperson to respond to you. Once again, SIR, the narrative, the vote chori, it's very clear that even after this election, that's one debate that the opposition is not going to let go of. Nikhil Anand, respond to Rakesh Ranjan.
Basically, it's an excuse they were looking for. Rather than they must look into their own thing, how they started the campaign and how single-handedly Tejasvi Yadav was taking over everything. Even they removed Lalu Yadav and Rabri Devi from their posters. And Tejasvi Yadav presented himself as a larger-than-life figure. He led the campaign single-handedly. Where are other leaders? Where were they? Jagdanand Singh, Mangni Lal Mandal, nobody campaigned. And there was a conflict between Congress and RJD, and they have gone through this simple process. It was not a cohesive campaign of Grand Alliance. Even Congress wanted to sabotage Tejasvi Yadav, and that has happened. You see the performance. Tejasvi Yadav and Rahul Gandhi both were pulling apart. One was echoing this vote chori sentiment. Other person was saying that they will give job to each household and give permanent job to the Jivika sisters. But that has worked well.
Why is it that the two parties were campaigning on different issues? Vote chori to ab keh rahe, SIR ab keh rahe. But your party never campaigned on those issues. It was issues of unemployment, etc., that Tejaswi was trying to raise. So very clearly there was a disconnect between the two alliance partners, sir.
Although I don't think what he's claiming means, they're saying they casted the women and these all kind of thing. And even we didn't fight unitedly. They didn't even come out for joint press conference. They don't even declare the face of the CM, and then they are saying we are in very much conflict. No, it is not true. They are claiming the women are selling their vote, their dignity.
JVC, come in on this. How much has declaration of the CM face actually helped this alliance? Weren't there issues within the alliance which have clearly reflected in this result? And the end of the day, the point is the proof of the pudding is in the eating.
Absolutely.
NDA has 200 seats, MGB reduced to 36.
See, the point here is that when you have to take decisions, you must be taking decisions. What do I mean by that? On a Monday, when NDA is announcing its candidate list, Lalu Prasad Yadav and his son Tejaswi are going to Delhi to start the negotiation. Now look at the issue in hand. And each party announces its own candidates. Now suddenly one day you make up in the morning and Tejasvi has released 143 names. VIP announces on its own. Communist announces on its own and starts the campaign and the work. So where was the coordination? Absolutely. Each one was pulling the other. And then there was a friction about CM face. Absolutely. And then suddenly a deputy CM face comes from nowhere. He's not even contesting. So
and that is also backfired. That is also backfired. Ravi Srivastava, come in on this. Not only were decisions not taken on time, you have to certainly parachute Ashok Gehlot to sort out all the differences within the alliance. You have a situation today where the Congress party is at the same level as HAM, as MIM. They are reduced to a fringe player in the politics of Bihar. And this is very clearly due to mismanagement, because there are friendly fights, for instance, in at least 11 constituencies, and the MGB is drawn a 0 in those friendly fights.
Good evening, Madhav. Yes, BJP NDA need to be congratulated for a astounding victory, and they have certainly managed the election very well. And the mandate by the Bihar people must be respected, that they have given a mandate to the NDA and BJP. But I have got my own apprehensions. What I want to say is that a state which is worst in poverty, the worst in hunger, has got the crime rate almost second in the highest in the country, 953 cases every day. They have got 10%, 81% rise in the crime since 2010. There is unemployment, there is migration, and even then NDA BJP win that they have done the vikas. So I really respect and admire the wisdom of the Bihar people, that they have really voted the right party for them. If BJP today says...
Are you insulting the mandate here, Ravi Srivastava? Is that a fair comment to make today? I mean, the people have decided, whatever they have decided, you may have a problem with the mandate, but let's not insult the mandate.
I'm not insulting, sir. I'm only saying that...
You're very clearly sarcastic there.
I'm unable to comprehend that despite all this, the mandate is in favor of BJP. Congratulations to them. It's a sarcasm. If you take a sarcasm, it's up to you. But what deficiencies are there, I've conveyed to you.
Okay.
This is what, despite that,
Professor Jayanand, before I come across to you, there's a tweet of Nitish Kumar. Let me try and see if we can put that up on a big screen, and if I can read out what exactly Nitish Kumar has said. In fact, that's a post that he has put in over here. Bihar Vidhan Sabha चुनाव 2025 में राज्यवासियों ने हमारी भारी बहुमत देकर हमारी सरकार के प्रति विश्वास जताया है. इसके लिए राज्य के सभी सम्मानित मतदाताओं को मेरा नमन, हृदय से आभार एवं धन्यवाद. आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी को उनसे मिले सहयोग के लिए उनका नमन करते हुए हृदय से आभार एवं धन्यवाद. एनडीए गठबंधन ने इस चुनाव में पूरी एकजुटता दिखाते हुए भारी बहुमत हासिल किया है. इस भारी जीत के लिए एनडीए गठबंधन के सभी साथियों श्री चिराग पासवान, श्री जीतन राम मांझी एवं श्री उपेंद्र कुशवाहा जी को भी मेरा धन्यवाद एवं आभार. आप सबके सहयोग से बिहार और आगे बढ़ेगा तथा बिहार देश के सबसे ज्यादा विकसित राज्यों की श्रेणी में शामिल होगा. Let me take this question across to Professor Jayanand. Professor Jayanand, Ravi Srivastava
Yes.
says, I'm not able to understand that with a huge crime rate, with the developmental levels, he says, and the poverty levels, how has this mandate come? He is not able to understand this. How would you respond to him?
Yeah, definitely the victory is very much welcomed. And as Chief Minister written in his message, it shows the leadership in him. He is taking all the parties together for the future venture. Okay. Now, if you see, I'm really very sorry for RJD also that they have lost very badly, as well as some of the parties even not opened the account that is there. Especially for the RJD, they should understand that what went wrong, that they have very much in this. If you see the campaign of RJD, you will find that still the fidelity in the narration was totally wrong. If I discuss about my own party or NDA, that victory shows that the Bihari people are having the confidence in the governance of Nitish government. That is true. As well as, if you see, the development, governance was there. Now, if you commit any kind of thing, you will be face the legal.
Okay, Professor Jayarandan, I request you to hold on to your thoughts. We have to take a very quick break. In fact, two of our panelists haven't spoken yet, Ashutosh Mishra and Dr. Mumtaz Alam Rizvi. Request all of you to stay on with us. We're going to slip into a very quick break. We'll be back with all the latest updates and, of course, the reports from on ground at the BJP headquarters, where the Prime Minister is expected to speak in a few moments from now. Stay tuned.